Hi guys, welcome to the Chef's Backyard. In this video, I want to show you how to make some shrimp fried rice. So I've got my griddle here. This is from Monument Grills. It's a 2-burner griddle, gas. It goes on propane, and we've been cooking on it for a few cooks now. I'm really enjoying it, and we're gonna make some fried rice. I got some ingredients here. We've got some shrimp. I've got some bell peppers. We've got onions. I've got celery and carrots. I've got broccoli, got a couple of eggs, and I have some rice that I've cooked earlier. And we've also got some garlic. Making it easy, I'm just using this jarred garlic and some oil. You ready to cook? Let's go. All right, so we've got these guys set to low. The temperature on the griddle right now is 459, 489. So it's up there, man. It is rocking. I'm gonna get some oil going. Got a little bit of a slant to the griddle. It's coming to the back, and that's kind of good because coming to the back of the griddle, the oil is gonna stay with me instead of going out. Let's start with our onions. And because I have a griddle, I'm gonna go ahead and spread those out thin. Every time I add a little bit of food, I'm gonna season it, okay? I'm just using a seasoning that I have on hand. This one is labeled as a steak seasoning, but it's got salt, pepper, garlic, onion, so it works, right? I don't know if y'all can see, but I'm already getting browning on here. I'm going to add my bell pepper next, and we'll go ahead and add the celery and carrots as well. Now we're gonna let them cook and let them sweat down a little bit. I think this is a good time to go ahead and add in that garlic. I'm using the already minced garlic, and I've got some good garlic oil in there as well. So that'll just help add to the flavor, and we'll add a little bit more seasoning, okay? One of the things that I've done in my career is for probably a period of about 4 years, I worked at Central Market, and we had a stir-fry bar. I had a chef that was Vietnamese, and he kind of taught me the ins and outs of stir-fry. I'm adapting those principles to the griddle. At the stir-fry bar, we had woks. We had real big woks, and we had a 6-burner stove, and we kept the woks on fire at all times. We had a bucket of oil and a bucket of sauce. We had pre-portioned meats, and we had pre-portioned noodles, and we had a little bowl, and in that bowl we would go and we would talk to the customer. The customer would come in order, and we would ask them what kind of stir fry, and then they would pick out different ingredients. And so we had all of these ingredients chopped up and lined up in pans. And so if they wanted a little bit of onion, celery, carrot, bell pepper, broccoli, bamboo shoots, water chestnuts, fried tofu, the customer, we would put it in the bowl. And then if they wanted a meat or whatever, then we would also add that. So right now we're sweating these veggies. They're breaking down. You can hear that steam coming off of them. It means that they're releasing their water. I'm giving them a press so that way we can get some good caramelization as well. And my grill I'm turning it up to max now because I put these on and the temperature of the grill has come down. I've got some good steam going on, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in my broccoli. And I also cut up the stalks, right? So I did the crowns and cut those into smaller pieces, but I also cut up the stalks. So we got a lot of veggies in here, and I'll give it a little bit of water so that way it'll steam up as well. And I wanna press these down into the griddle so that I get good contact with the griddle. So we also get some of that, kind of mimic that wok hay. Right. Now I made my rice earlier, I cooked it earlier, and I set it in the refrigerator, and that just helps your grains to kind of dry out and separate, so that way when we start putting it on the griddle, it will separate into nice pieces for us. Veggies moving. So I'm piling them up to kind of keep that steam in there to help cook this broccoli a little bit more. And we'll just keep on turning it every few minutes or so. It also gives this part of the griddle a chance to heat up, come up and get a little bit higher, and then we'll move it over. And then, as this one comes down, this one goes up, and it just helps us to kind of keep that heat going. All right, let's push these over. Yeah, you hear that? All right, so now let's go ahead and spread these out a little bit more. We got some good steaming action going on. Now you could add some of your sauce in here now. You could do a little bit of, like right here, I've got a black garlic smoked soy sauce. We've also got some of the Mama Tang's spicy Asian vinaigrette. This stuff is delicious. But to get started, I'm gonna add a little bit of this soy sauce. Okay, it's got a little stopper on there, so that way you don't get too much. We'll just let this cook for another minute or two. Go ahead and bring you into those vegetables. Oh man, look at that. All that freshness, right? All right, so these veggies have had a good chance to steam. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set them off into a bowl. All right, guys, so we've started with our vegetables, we've cooked them, and now they're gonna be in this bowl. They'll be steaming up, right, and getting even softer. For the next part, let's go ahead and cook the egg. And we'll start with a little more oil. We're building this in layers, okay? I don't know, maybe one day I'll get good enough that I can do little hibachi tricks. Right now, I'm not even gonna try it. We've got 1 egg, 2 eggs, and 3 eggs. Do a little scrambled egg. We'll get a little seasoning in that. You can even do a little bit of that soy sauce. How about that? Let's do a little soy sauce. Do a little seasoning. All right, we got it there. Get it? Egg roll. All right. We'll get that egg and we'll pull it over. Set it in that bowl. All right. Now we'll get a little bit more oil and we're going to add our rice. Now here's where you want the bulk of your seasoning, right? We're going to add soy sauce, add some of this seasoning. I'm going to add some of the Mama Tang. Actually, I'm going to wait on that. We'll do that at the end. So you can hear it pop in and all that stuff. I'm going to start pressing it down. You hear that steam? We're just going to heat this up, all right? I've always wanted to learn how to do the tricks at the hibachi, so I'm gonna have to start watching videos on how to do that. I think it's so entertaining. All right, I'm gonna take my egg and put it back on there, chopping it up, and then we'll fold that back into the rice. We're gonna fold the egg back into the rice. Did you see that? I think that's the only one that I could actually do. All right, so I can hear the rice starting to pop on there. It's almost like, you hear the steam start to slow down and you can tell that it's drying out. You can also see some of the rice popping up, some of the rice kernels popping up. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the rice off. All right, so we've cooked our vegetables, we've cooked our rice, and now I'm gonna start on the shrimp. We're gonna get a little bit of oil. I'm gonna spread that out, and we'll just drop our shrimp on there. Now this is gonna steam up quite a bit. There's a lot of moisture in it. I'm gonna hit it with a little soy sauce, more of that seasoning, okay? All right, so my shrimp is about halfway cooked. I'm gonna move it over here to this side. I'm gonna add some of these vegetables. We're gonna put that down on the bottom. I'm gonna add in some of the rice. Let me bring the camera in. We'll give you a close-up of all of that beautiful shrimp fried rice. Look at those layers of flavor. You can see the steam coming off of there. So good. And now I'll hit it with some of that hoisin sauce. This will just sweeten it up and glaze it, tossing it, folding it in. We'll just keep on stirring it, right? You want to keep it moving. It's called stir fry for a reason. You know, one of the things that I learned about shrimp is whenever it's like that, C is for cooked, O is for overcooked, right? So these are all sitting at the C. That means that they're cooked. And we'll go ahead and pull that off. Look at that shrimp fried rice. Let me go grab a plate. Let's get some of that fried rice on there. Make sure we get a couple of pieces of those shrimp. Look at that shrimp fried rice. Oh man, just taste it. The shrimp is nice and tender and seasoned. The broccoli is cooked through, but there's still a little bit of crunch to it. The rice is kind of firm. Man, this is a fantastic dish. I hope you get a chance to make this. I hope you get to share it with your family and friends. Thank you for stopping by here at the Chef's Backyard. Check out some of my other videos. And as always, I'd like to thank you for stopping by here at the Chef's Backyard.